the women's competition. Tanzania versus Botswana. I'm here with the captains, Captain Laura, and the captain of Tanzania is the home captain, and we'll give the coin a toss. We'll give the coin a toss. Heads is the call. And it's a tail. Tanzania have won the toss. And on a bat.
Na bet.
Bat. Oh, okay. Good luck, Tanzania. And character, the first 50 of the tournament from Tapelo, and what will you be looking for towards here, ladies and gentlemen. We welcome you once again, our dear viewers, ladies and gentlemen, all folks at home and at work following the Kwibuka Women's Competition. This is day 2. A quick reminder for day 1. The first game was played against Uganda, and they beat Rwanda by 6 wickets with 6 overs to go. Key performances from Konsi Aweko, who took 2 wickets for 12 runs in her 4 overs, being the player of the match. Gloria Abuka, who scored 34 to get Uganda's chase and lead them home unbeaten. The second match was between Kenya and Botswana, and Kenya won that game by 35 runs. We saw a hat-trick, the first hat-trick of the competition, from Mary Mwangi, who also claimed the Player of the Match award. We also saw a lovely knock of 61 of 59 deliveries by Tapelo Modise, who will be playing today for Botswana in the game about to start shortly. And the third match, that is the afternoon at the Gahanga Oval, was played against Nigeria, who beat Brazil by 8 wickets with 55 balls to go. Key performances by Feva, who took 3 wickets for 12 runs in her 4 overs, and Rukayat Abdurazak, who took 4 wickets for only 9 runs in her 3.2 overs. It's day 2 now, and game number 4 is at the Gahanga Oval between Kenya and Uganda, and the game on your screen right now is the 5th game between Botswana and Tanzania, who are playing their first game of the tournament. Botswana, I remind you again, lost yesterday to Kenya, but played very well, and they will be coming in with some confidence, even though they didn't get over the line yesterday. To mention a key part of Tanzania's previous international game, they beat Uganda that won yesterday. The last game they played was in September against Uganda, and they won comfortably. So coming in today, Tanzania have already won the toss, and they've decided to bat first. And as we see, the opening bowler from Botswana, Shadrach, getting ready, setting her field, taking her time, and Tanzania batters are in the middle as well. Taking strike is Fatuma Kibasu, the captain leading from the front there, and her partner Swawum Hitai. This is the 8th edition of the Kwibuka Women's Competition, played every year here in Rwanda. For those who may not know what Kwibuka means, this means to remember, and it is in line of a part of the 100 days that we usually have in Rwanda every year to remember the lives lost in the 1994 genocide against the Tutsi. That being said, we're almost underway. Shadrach to open the bowling to the captain of Tanzania, Fatuma Kibasu. The umpire you see on your screen is Gastoni Ibizi, and the leg umpire is Vicky Prajapati. All set and ready to go. Let's play. First ball is bowled full, and the captain of Tanzania starts off defensively but carefully. You have to say good start on both ends. Shadrach is on the mark, and the captain of Tanzania, ball is in the middle of the bat. Shadrach to continue to Fatuma Kibasu. Watchful start here from the Tanzanian captain. Tanzania having watched yesterday's games and not played a single game, they must have seen a lot from this team that they can capitalize on. And they do know Botswana's bowling is not bad at all, but they will also attack, I must say. That is cut away. Pushing hard for a second run there. And they make it comfortably. It's actually a boundary. The fielders there could not be able to cut the ball racing down to deep point. And we have the first boundary of the match from the Tanzanian captain Fatuma Kibasu. Wasn't a very bad ball, to be fair, but a lovely shot instead from Tanzania. Florence Samanyika, who bowled brilliantly yesterday, relaying a message there to Shadrach. A thing or two, maybe to help her correct her line and length. Shadrach to continue. Outside off again, but this time Fatuma doesn't lay bat on ball. Ball's full again, is driven, and good stop there from the bowler. Cleans up on her own, of her own bowling. As I mentioned, Botswana may have lost yesterday, but they played very well and they were proud of what they did. A team that we saw last year and the team we saw yesterday are totally different, much improved side, and they will be looking to try and correct a few mistakes they made and maybe get over the line today. Shadrach continues. Full again. They try and steal a quick single there, and they do make it, which brings on strike now to face her first delivery. Swawum Nitai. And it's the end of the over. Unfortunately, the captain will keep strike for the second over. The score at 5 for 1. 5 for no loss, sorry, after 1 over. The Botswana captain, Laura Mofakedi, this time keeping wickets. She will lead everything with the gloves and in the field. And I think as a wicket keeper, she has the best position in the house to see what is going on and what's going on around the field. Coming in at the other end is Tandiwe Legabile, who bowled brilliantly yesterday as well. Lovely action from Tandiwe. And she was the one that provided the initial breakthrough for Botswana when Kenya got off to a very good start. She will be trying to do the same today, coming up against Captain Fatuma Kibasu of Tanzania. Captain Laura takes her time to make sure the field is set accordingly and is ready for the first delivery of Tandiwe Legabile to Fatuma. Ball's full on the pads, is walked away on the on, but there's protection. And she starts off well with a dot. You can tell there's a lot of energy from Team Botswana. They must have impressed themselves as well from how they played yesterday. A much better side from what we saw last year. Tandiwe to continue. Full, but way down the leg. Good take by the captain. And the first wide of the game from Tandiwe Legabile. The umpire standing in there is Vicky Prajapati. Tandiwe continues. Oh, she's missed her mark again. Her teammates are encouraging her on here to try and get back her lines. She started off well. Her first delivery was on the mark, but the next two have just gone down the leg and given Tanzania 2 extras. Outside off and shot and is cut away, pushing hard for a second there, Tanzania. Oh, but she's made a meal of it. Poor fielding there by the fielder in the deep. And Fatuma picks up another boundary. Captain Laura makes a change swaps the fielder that just misfielded with another of, I would say, a better fielder she feels. The bowler has to bowl a better line, I must say, and here comes Tandiwe. Ball's full and he's walked away on the on. Pushing hard there, Captain Fatuma. Will she come back? And decides not to. Good stop there to keep it to just one by the fielder Tebogo. Swawum now to face her first delivery. A left-hander. And Botswana quickly realizing that, and they're making field changes here. Adjusting to the left-handed batter. Being the power play, can only have two fielders outside the circle, and the captain has opted for deep fine leg, and only deep fine leg so far. But she notices that it still has to get another one outside the circle, and she goes for the deep cover, who is just getting in place at the moment, and Tandiwe continues. Ball's short and way down the leg, and is pulled to that deep fine leg fielder, who cleans up and throws in quickly to keep it to just one. And of course, a left-hand, right-hand combination will mean that they'll keep changing every time the batsmen swap strike. Fatuma back on strike, who is the aggressor of the two partnership. She is the one that is getting the move on so far in the Tanzanian innings. Here comes Tandiwe. Ball's full and is driven powerfully. Oh, valiant effort there from the fielder. She gets a good hand on the ball. That would have raced away for the boundary, but she keeps it to only two. She saves her team 2 runs, 2 crucial runs in the power play. Fatuma is a wonderful timer of the ball. She seems to lean into the drive nicely, put all her weight onto the front foot. A much better line there from Tandiwe, almost not appeal, but she did make it. Sent back there, Captain Fatuma, by the non-striker Swawum, who recognizes that would have been a run out had they tried to go for that quick single. 3 of us down. Tanzania 15 for no loss. Shadrach Tuwelo to continue for our second over. And she'll be bowling now to Swawum Nitai, who has to face her for the first time. Her first over was all faced by the captain Fatuma, and now she has to bowl to the left-hander. She needs to make some adjustments. She has to make a few changes to her action to adjust to the left-handed bat. And here comes Shadrach Tuwelo. Ball's full. Oh, and the keeper doesn't pick this one up. And they get a bye and bring back Fatuma on strike, who I say Botswana might maybe try and keep her off strike in this power play, because she is trying to utilize the field restrictions of only having 2 outside the circle, hitting the ball hard and timing it well. Everyone sharing Shadrach on now here in the field. She sets herself up nicely and she comes in. Outside off and full and driven over covers, and they're pushing hard for 2. And they will get it comfortably. Good start here from Tanzania, you have to say. Not taking too many risks. Timing the ball nicely. And most of it done by the captain. Full and outside off. Doesn't time it well, and I think that's the line for Shadrach here to keep. Fatuma, it looks like a better player when the ball is too full and straight. Shadrach, full and outside off, and is driven beautifully onto the side screen. That has to be the best shot we've seen so far this morning from Captain Fatuma. She is really not trying to slog or anything, just timing the ball nicely, leaning onto the front foot and utilizing the field restrictions. Picks up an easy, lovely boundary there and gets some glove work from her partner, Swaum. Good lines, much better lines. Quick single. With 1 ball to go, 23 runs, still for no loss. Very good start by Tanzania. The left-hander seems to be the one that is going to play a longer innings here, and the captain wants to take the attack back onto Botswana. But in that saying, I think she's not trying to be too reckless. She's playing proper cricket shots and just relying on timing. Swaum now. Full and way down the leg, and is dismissed away for a boundary. That was a bad ball, and Swaum utilizes that and picks up another boundary, half-fast boundary of the innings. And the score moves on to 27 for no loss after 4 overs. Sorry, after 3 overs. Correction. Tandiwe Gabile to continue for a second over. Bowling to Fatuma Kibasu, the captain of Tanzania. Takes her time, a few changes there by the captain. She decides to bring in deep cover and push mid-off down to long-off. And now they're ready to go. Tandiwe runs in. Balls outside off and is cut powerfully, but the fielder there, Shamila, cuts it down and keeps it to a dot. Good fielding by the Botswana side yesterday. You have to say maybe today they've had a few misfields so far, but they are a better fielding side and they'll try and bounce back. Here comes Tandiwe, outside off, better lines, much fuller, and the captain does the clean-up job. 2 dots to start with for Tandiwe, but she does have to finish the over well. Another dot, good lines, good length. Good thing about the Botswana bowlers is they pick up all these little things quickly. They can make a mistake, but they'll quickly realize where to bowl and how to correct all these things. And as you see here from Tandiwe, she's bowling a much better over now. And yes, another dot. Very good comeback by Tandiwe. Fatuma, who's been striking it well over 100, is now starting to get closer now to that 100 strike rate and even going down. But she's a better player. She has been just waiting for the bad balls and not really trying to force the innings. But you feel something might give you 4 dots on the trot. 5 now. Very good pressure applied here by Tandiwe. And for the first time, the batter now is striking under 100. Tandiwe to finish her over. Finishes off brilliantly. A maiden. And that is what the captain wants to see. The first maiden of the innings. Tandiwe is a better bowler, as we saw yesterday. Very good action. And on the other end, the captain decides to make a change to bring in Florence Samanyika, who took, I would say, the catch of the tournament so far yesterday to dismiss Sarah Wetoto. So Tuwelo Shadrack only bowls 2 overs, and the captain decides to keep her for the back end of the innings when maybe Tanzania might be looking to score big, and decides to bring Florence Samanyika now in. Still the power play ongoing. 27 runs for no loss, 4 overs for Tanzania batting first. It's taking her time here.
कितने पैसे
setting her field.
पैसा नहीं
And the batter as well.
मोहल्ले के चिरकुट लौंडे हरा रहे हैं मैं फैंटेसी स्पोर्ट्स में
Mark.
आप एक्सपर्ट हो सिखाओ
सिखाऊंगा तो जाने दोगे
And they're all ready now to go.
फैंटेसी स्पोर्ट्स का असली अखाड़ा
इस गेम में वित्तीय जोखिम के तत्व हैं और इसकी लत लग सकती है। कृपया जिम्मेदारी से और
And
अपनी
she
जोखिम
bowls
पर
her.
खेलें।
I'm not sure which mark or guard Swaum took, because that ball was behind.